Good morning/afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We're going to explore a deeply important and complex topic, breaking the cycle of intergenerational family violence. This presentation will take us through understanding the patterns that perpetuate this cycle, the profound impacts it has on individuals and communities, and the interventions that can promote healing and drive meaningful social change. I'm looking forward to sharing insights and strategies that can help us make a difference. Let's dive in. This family shows a long history of violence that has been passed down through several generations. This isn't just a one-time issue, it's a persistent pattern that affects how family members relate to each other over time. The impact goes beyond just the individuals involved, it also influences the wider community around them, creating ripple effects that can be hard to break. These violent behaviors have become deeply ingrained in their daily interactions, making instability and hardship a constant part of their social environment. Understanding this helps us see why addressing such issues requires more than just focusing on isolated incidents. The origins of violence often trace back to the founding patriarch, whose early experiences set the stage for a cycle of aggression. His violent behaviors weren't random, they were shaped by specific triggers and environmental influences. Among these triggers were exposure to ongoing conflict, economic hardships, and a lack of emotional support. Together, these factors created a foundation for persistent aggressive patterns, which unfortunately carried through to the generations that followed. Understanding this origin is crucial to addressing how violence perpetuates over time. During the second generation, we see a clear intensification of violence. Feuds became more aggressive and confrontational, marking a significant escalation from previous behavior. This heightened aggression didn't go unnoticed, leading to serious legal consequences such as arrests and court proceedings. These legal issues underline just how severe the conflicts had become. At the same time, the violence also signals a deepening of the conflict within the family itself, showing how entrenched and complicated these disputes have grown over time. This escalation not only impacts those directly involved but also shapes the overall family dynamic in profound ways. The third generation has faced significant struggles, particularly with domestic violence, which continues to be a major challenge within family dynamics. Despite efforts to intervene, such as outreach programs by social services and counseling services, these attempts have often met with resistance. This resistance, combined with the complex nature of the issues, means that while some progress has been made, the effectiveness of these interventions varies widely. Addressing these deep-rooted problems remains a critical focus moving forward. The ongoing violence has deeply affected individuals emotionally, leading to significant distress and signs of trauma. This emotional toll doesn't just stop at the individual level, it also breaks down trust among family members, making it harder for them to support each other. As a result, communication becomes strained, with emotions often getting in the way of open and honest dialogue. This creates a cycle where misunderstandings and isolation feed off each other, making it increasingly difficult to resolve the conflicts and heal together. Understanding this emotional impact is crucial because it highlights why addressing these feelings is an essential part of any conflict resolution process. When we look at the social consequences, the first point to understand is how a family's history of violence can profoundly affect their standing within the community. This history often leads to stigmatization, where people begin to judge and distance themselves from the family based on past actions. As a result, the family experiences social exclusion and their reputation suffers. This exclusion means they are often left out of community activities and opportunities, making it even harder for them to integrate positively. Finally, this isolation creates a cycle where the family has fewer support networks to rely on. Without these connections and resources, their ability to access help or improve their situation becomes significantly limited, deepening their struggles. These social consequences are interconnected and have a major impact on the family's overall well-being. The family has faced a substantial burden from ongoing legal battles, with multiple court cases taking a significant toll over time. But the impact goes beyond just the legal liabilities. There are also considerable economic consequences, including hefty fines, extensive legal fees, and the loss of employment opportunities. All of these factors combine to create persistent financial strain, which only adds to the overall instability within the family. This highlights how legal troubles can ripple outwards, affecting both finances and family dynamics in profound ways. Here, we see the role of social workers and intervention programs in addressing violent behaviors within families. These professionals work closely with the family, not only to confront the issues but also to provide essential support and resources. However, it's important to recognize that family members may respond differently. Some may accept help reluctantly, while others might resist entirely. This range of reactions underscores how challenging it can be to break deeply ingrained patterns and make lasting changes. Looking back at this history, we can see some important lessons emerge. One of the biggest takeaways is the need for proactive support. Waiting until problems become severe isn't enough. Consistent intervention is also crucial, meaning we need ongoing efforts rather than one-time fixes. Open communication plays a vital role as well, helping to build understanding and trust. Moving forward, the goal is to break the cycle of violence by implementing strategies like education, therapy, and community engagement. These approaches aim to create healthier environments and give future generations a better chance at thriving.